to survive this competition.
This is all about concentration, guys. Steve can attest to that. You get on a roll, lock into that rhythm. That's what you try to do here.
No question, Clark. And the crowd is behind you. You know, the fans are watching on TV. It's really a different environment than a game. But if you can find the groove, find your rhythm, it really is a fun event.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. He has 60 seconds to make as many shots from behind the arc as he can. Clark, as you know, there's a money ball in each of the 5 racks worth double. That's 25 shots to get a maximum of 30.
And the corner threes are only 22 feet, but the other three-point stations are 23 feet 9 inches. So those are the longest shots.
And to me, the corner shot is the easiest of any of them. So it's important to get off to a quick start here from that corner spot. Maybe get 5 or 6 quick points.
That's 7. 8 points. Can't get the money ball.
Oh. Ooh.
10 points on the board. Just 2 points there. He won't be happy with that. Tough stuff. He's getting cold. 5 consecutive misses. He completes the round with 13 points. I'd say he handled that round pretty well, guys.
Yeah, it was adequate, absolutely. I mean, he really stayed with it, hung in there nicely, I thought.
Yeah, that's right. There were some moments when it looked like things might slip away from him, but I thought he was really tough. He hung in there throughout and posted a decent number.
Here we go with Damian Lillard. Misses for the 4th straight time. Gets the money ball. Now 3 points. Now with 4. He's got 5.
These last few shots have been beautiful, pretty to watch.
Now 8 points. 9 points. 3 racks down. 2 to go. He's got 10. He got 3 points off that rack. Not bad. Good for 13. And with that shot, he moves into sole possession of first place. He's on top. He gets his tally up to 16 points. Well, a very respectable performance from him there, guys.
Well, we all know how important the money balls are in this event, and he hit 4 out of 5 of them. That's very good work.
And so we'll see Paul George.
One way to ensure success in this event, as we've learned, Steve, is by hitting those money balls. Those give you a nice jolt of momentum.
Yeah, that's really the key. I mean, if you can knock down all 5 money balls, you really don't even have to shoot a high percentage, and you can still come out on top.
You'd only get 1 shot to fall off the rack. Now 3 points. Now with 4. 5 points now. He's 0 for 3 on money balls. That could cost him. Now with 6. Down to the final rack.
Rock solid shooting down the stretch.
10 points on the board. He barely cracks double digits with 10 points. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, it seemed like every time he was starting to get into a good rhythm, he just couldn't capitalize on it. He'd quickly fall out of his pace.
And so here's Curry now.
Look at the numbers through the first part of his career. I mean, there's a legitimate case that Steph Curry will go down as maybe the best shooter in the history of the NBA.
And guys, one of the cardinal sins of the three-point contest is a player trying to change his stroke after a bad rack or two. It won't work.
Well, it's tempting to do so, Clark, but trying to make adjustments during a 60-second span sometimes is tough. People tend to overthink things. This is really more about finding your stroke early and then not thinking about anything. And he's alone in second place with that one.
Hits for 15.
Curry really catching fire now. He's in the zone.
Now up to 18. Makes it to 19. He's able to total 21 points in the round. Now that's how you do it. Outstanding focus throughout the round.
Well, the key was he cashed in on every single money ball. 5 for 5 on the last ball in each rack. That's just huge. That saves your round.
And so we'll see Kevin Durant.
Well, it's pretty much unfair for a guy with Durant's size and speed to be able to shoot so easily from deep. There's just nothing you can do about it as a defender.
And he needs at least 13 here to avoid elimination. A good chance for him here. That score is beatable.
Solid start there.
He needs 6 more points. He's got 8. Money ball, no good. 5 more points to stay in it. He's got 9. 10 points on the board.
And Durant really starting to light it up now, guys.
1 more to stay alive. That ties him up for 3rd here. He's in 3rd. He finds himself at 16 points at the end of the round. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Well, the key was he was consistent, Kevin. He didn't really get too hot, but he never got cold, and that's important. You've just got to continue to shoot through the ups and downs.
And here we go with Freak. It can be a big advantage going last. He knows the score he needs to beat in order to qualify.
You know, in the three-point contest, these guys are really on an island out there. I mean, you're used to sharing the court with 9 other guys. 4 of them are your teammates, and now it's just you out there. It has a little bit of a golf, tennis, or track and field feel.
Yeah, that's right. An individual sport atmosphere, and some guys love that, some don't. But, you know, if you don't love it, you probably shouldn't be here. I think everybody in the lineup tonight really will enjoy it. And then, of course, it's just a matter of who can get hot.
He needs 6 points more to advance. Now with 11. That gives him 12. Now 14. 1 more to move on.
And that puts him in a 2nd place tie now.
He's in sole possession of 2nd place.
He finishes the round with 17 points. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Yeah, even if he didn't set things completely on fire, it's still a fine score. I mean, what did you take away from it, Steve?
Well, you know, it wasn't his best, but he gutted out a pretty decent round when he didn't have his best stuff, and that's the sign of an excellent shooter there.
Curry's got to be the favorite going into the finals. Don't you think, guys?
It's really hard to say who will have the upper hand in the final round. Those are some excellent, very evenly matched but shooters.
Well, at this stage, you're always going to have great shooters. And, you know, it really is a toss-up at this point. These guys hopefully will bring out the best in each other.
Here we go with Damian Lillard. The shot clock's at 24 seconds. He better be ready to put up some points in a hurry. So here's Durant now. Even if you're a good defender and you stay right in Durant's face, you know, Kevin can just pull up and Clark shoot right over you.
Yeah, he's a natural scorer, and with his length, there's not much you can do about it when he decides to get into his shot as a defender. It's really a deflating feeling trying to deal with that guy.
Well, that scorer can't have him too worried. I'm guessing he'll top that without much problem.
He's up to 7. 2 of 2 on the money ball. So it'll be Kevin Durant here. By going first, he can put a lot of the pressure on the guys behind him if he posts a good score.
Well, like they say, Steve, and it's true, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So it's essential that a player keeps a fast pace and gets to all 25 balls before the buzzer.
Yeah, and it's really a balance, Clark, because you can't race through them either. If you do, you're going to fall out of your rhythm. So it's a fine line between being focused and being quick. You've got to find that balance.
10 now. Now with 11.
AD stepping up and knocking them all down.
Can't get the money ball. He misses his 4th straight. Off the mark with 5 in a row now. Now to 15 at 16. 16 points is his score for the round. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Yeah, he was really flowing at that point after he went 5 for 5 on that 2nd rack.
And here we go with Freak. And it's 17 to go ahead, or at least 16 to tie it up. Makes his first there. That's 2. 3 down. Can't get the money ball. 4 points. 5 points now. Now with 6. That's 4 in a row now.
Pretty good start there for him.
8 more points for him to tie it up. Now 9 points. 10 points on the board. That gives him 12. 3 points more to tie it.
That stroke is looking honey sweet.
Yeah, this is how you do it. Boy, he's really going for it in these last racks.
9 consecutive makes. He is in a flow. And it's 20. Finishes his last rack with plenty of time to spare. He racks up 20 points in the round. Guys, hard to find any fault with that display.
Well, the way he closed out the round was the most important and the most impressive thing. He just caught fire at the right time and really turned in an impressive performance.
And so it'll be Stephen Curry here. Well, back to Curry. What is crazy is that he puts up all that he does while being one of the few who can shoot off the dribble. You know, most other guys, Clark, at his level, are catch-and-shoot guys.
No, he's remarkable with his ability to shoot it off the bounce. Just a really pure stroke. One of the purest in the history of the league, in my opinion. Yeah, he's going to have to stroke it well. 22 points, that's the score to beat.
He has to run the last 2 racks.
Stealing. He's in the zone.
12 for him. Too much ground to make up here, Clark. He's done.
And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Out of here.
Yeah, you do your best, but, you know, this competition is so tough. If you're not on your game, you're not going to win.
16 points is his score for the round. And we've reached the finish line of the Foot Locker three-point contest. All our competitors gave it their best shot, but one man was head and shoulders above the rest. This year's champion, Freak.
What a commando performance by our champion. Once he got rolling, the only question was, who's getting second?
Yeah, to paraphrase Larry Bird way back, who's going to get second? That's exactly right. And I'll tell you what, Clark, he deserves all the credit in the world to come out on top against a field like that. That's sensational.
And the drama, the excitement, this year's three-point contest had it all.